here on the floor of MHC 2014, and I have with me Al from Slaughterhouse Studios. Now, Al, you have been on everybody's mind today. You're one of the most popular sought-after booths because of, quite frankly, your bricks on a stick. Can you tell me a little bit more about some of the other things you offer?
Yeah, basically what we're using, we come up with our own blend on polyfoam. It's semi-rigid foam, but yet you still get some flex, but it's not brittle at all. I'll actually, for demo purposes, stand on our brick. I'm not condoning that. I mean, it's foam at the end of the day. It's not titanium, but not saying it's unbreakable. But what this foam allows us to do is make like our chainsaw slip covers and stuff. We actually, this product actually slides over your existing chainsaw bar on a real saw, or we've had customers use them on the other vendors have the electronic saws to give them a more aggressive look. We have a couple variants of that, whether it be the round blade or more standard blade. The same way with our arm attachments. We have a bunch of arm attachments and stuff like that this year. And the same thing, it's still our foam. You know, it's got some flex to it, but at the end of the day, it's not brittle, it's not styrofoam. We've done a lot of one-off stuff for this show, like make like these horror hoods, and we got like 10 different variants of these arm attachments. Our website is slaughterprops.com.
Well, great. Now, it seems like you know a lot about MHC. You've brought very specific props, it seems, for the floor. How many years have you been here?
This is actually our first year even being a vendor anywhere. We've been in the haunt business. My dad started doing a small haunt in 1981, so it's been well over 30 years of haunted house in my family. We were making props for other people and making props for ourselves, and it just kind of evolved into like, well, you know what, let's try to make the jump. Last year I came to MHC basically in this costume with a burlap hood or whatever, and I had one brick on a stick I had made just for our home. And the reception I got was so overwhelming when I got back home. I have a buddy that's a mask, it's another vendor with a mask company, and I got some feedback from him, and it's like, we need to do this. I mean, it was kind of scary to go out and do basically weapons only. I mean, now we're venturing out, starting to do like the horror hoods and some other stuff, but you know, basically we cut our teeth on weapons. But we have the axes, we have the nail, the hammers, the sledgehammers, all that. We have all that, but we also want to do specialized stuff like the bricks and like our mayhem tool, which is a big saw blade. Stuff like the chainsaw attachments that nobody else is doing like that. We kind of want to do stuff that's new and exciting, and nobody else. You know, you don't see a lot of other people.
Right, and that all sounds excellent. And then I have another question for you. What are you excited to see here at MHC?
I'm excited to see the turnout. I'm excited to see. I don't really want to get into the whole, you know, transition of ownership and stuff like that, but I'm online a lot, and that was a big concern to a lot of people. It wasn't so much a concern for me because I've been in this show for years as a buyer, but never as a vendor. So, you know, I didn't have anything to base I didn't have an opinion, you know, as from last year to this year or whatever. The only thing I had to base off of was Transworld, which we did earlier in the year. And yeah, I mean, it seems like to me that it's just in a different location. The vibe is still there. Midwest has always had like a more closed, open content, personal vibe, where sometimes Transworld gets to be big business. I haven't really experienced that here today with customers or with other vendors. So
what you're saying is it's pretty much the same.
I feel that way. But then again, I'm coming from the vendor side. You know, if I was walking the floor or whatever, I don't know if I would feel differently.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much, Al. We really appreciate it. Make sure you guys stay tuned to see who we pick for our favorite vendor.